Just want to make a quick video on how to install and replace drives in the Optiplex 7010 small form factor PC. And you can tell this is a small form factor by the fact that it has a laptop optical drive along with 4 USB ports on the front. The ultra small form factor will have a slightly smaller footprint and only 2 USB ports. Also, the small form factor has a release handle shaped like this. To get inside of the case, you lift up on that release handle, lift this up at an angle, and then pull it away towards you. And with the Optiplex 7010, it has support for up to 3 SATA drives. So you have one SATA connector for your optical drive, and then 2 SATA connectors for the hard drive bay. To get the hard drive bay assembly out, first you need to release these 3 locking tabs for the front panel. And then from there, ideally you disconnect the power and data lines from your drives, like so. And to release the drive cage, you'll push this sideways, so in my case to the right. You'll see a lock and unlock symbol on there. The big hole is the unlock position. Once you unlock it, you lift it up and it'll pivot up like this. Once you get most of the way up, you just lift it straight up like that. That'll give you access to the optical drive and the hard drive caddy bay. To release the optical drive, you just lift up on this little tab here and then slide the drive back like so. If memory serves correct, this is the 9.5 millimeter SATA optical drive. This is like the standard size that these use. You can put a slim drive in there, but then you're just gonna have a gap in your bezel. To remove the 3.5 inch caddy, you just pinch these 2 tabs together and pull it straight out like so. And then to remove the hard drive from the caddy, you just split this open. Generally do it from one side. The rubber can kind of get stuck and adhere to the drive. So if you wiggle it, this one's being particularly stubborn. If you can't get it off, switch to the other side, like so. There we go. Once you get one side loose, you can basically pull it from the other side. You can see how the rubber left an imprint. It's because it's kind of turning into dinosaurs again and it's stuck on there. But if you want to put a pair of 2.5 inch drives, you will need this little adapter tray, which is Dell part number R494D, along with this SATA power splitter, which is Dell part number N701D. I do have some of these parts for sale on my eBay store, so there will be a link in the description for that. When you install a pair of 2.5 inch drives in this caddy, you will need screws. You can either use the screws that are included, or it uses the same fine thread screws that you'd use for like a CD drive. You can put those in there, and there's no marking on this. Let's see if I have a 2.5 inch drive handy. Memory serves correct. Orientation of the drive is like this. Nope, I'm wrong. It is this way. All right. That's the back. These tabs are the back stop. And then once you screw that in, I'll remove this so I don't drop it. Once you screw that in, this caddy will sit in here like so. If I get it lined up correctly, just push those little pins in the holes. Now, if this didn't already come with dual 2.5 inch drives, you will have to add another SATA cable. There are 3 SATA ports on the back here though, as you can see. 2 of them are currently populated. This will just slide in here. There we go. And it's a little tricky, but you can kind of finagle the SATA connectors. You might want to do the power connectors beforehand, before you put the drives in, just so it's easier to work with. You will have to kind of fold it like that, the splitter, so it sits nicely. Once you get your drives back in there, you'll just push this out of the way like that, put it back down, careful not to scrape the wires from the motherboard connector. Put it back in the lock position towards the front. Now with the optical drive, if you don't want an optical drive in your drive bay, you can get one of these optical drive to 2.5-inch SATA drive adapters like this that will fit in this slot. You will have to transfer the drive caddy over by pulling sides loose. There's little pins that go into holes. The holes are normally for screws, but this is a toolless mounting method. There we go. And yeah, you can just mount that like so. Oh, in this case I have that bracket there that would need to be removed, but it'll mount in there the same way the optical drive does. You will want to put the drive in that adapter before you put it in the holder. And this just slides into place like so. Plug all your cables in. Once you add the drives, you will need to go into your BIOS settings and make sure the appropriate SATA ports are enabled. If you don't see the drive that you added, or you don't see your drive when you plug it back in, there's a good chance that you may have switched SATA ports, because if the SATA port is not disabled and you don't have a drive connected to it, you'll get a warning every time saying the drive is missing. Well, if you don't see the drive, you'll get that warning, and that means it's plugged into the wrong SATA port. Or if you don't see the drive and you don't get the warning, it means you didn't enable that SATA port. But anyways, once you get that back in, the front, there's some little hooks that kind of go into these holes right here. Kind of rotate that inwards like that, push it into place, and then you just latch that back in place like so. Obviously I did not plug stuff back in because I don't have drives in there now, but hopefully that's helpful, and thanks for watching.